Nope, I got it. Nope. Yeah, here we go.
Go. Thank you, Jewel. Oh, I want to see more lights. Come on. I was out there today in my costume with a crystal ball saying, I see in your future you're going to become a fellow. Let's light up the room here. Thank you again. Akerman values pro bono service. Akerman was, in fact, the recipient of the 2015 Chief Justice's Law Firm Commendation Award by the Florida Supreme Court and the Florida Bar, which is the highest recognition for pro bono legal services awarded in the state to a law firm. We are very proud of our philanthropic and pro bono contributions in the areas of education and youth development, and above all, our dedication to the promotion of volunteer advocacy for abused and neglected children in the foster care system. Akerman also values the hard work of legal aid lawyers. Thank you, all of you who are here tonight. And I am honored to present 2 Jane Elizabeth Curran Awards tonight on behalf of my firm. First, it is my pleasure to help honor someone whose work has achieved significant and impactful results for thousands of clients. Sharon Bourassa has worked at Legal Aid Services of Broward County since 1981, but her interest and compassion for the low-income community began long before she entered law school and went on to a lifelong career in legal aid. Sharon was a divorced mother with 2 young children receiving welfare assistance, food stamps, and a Section 8 housing voucher when she became determined to earn a college degree and go on to law school. Not only to help her own family, but also to help those who faced the same struggles she experienced. Now, as the Director of Special Projects, she pursues and prosecutes cases that impact the low-income community. Sharon has represented families in cases involving federal and state environmental laws, housing laws, and local code enforcement laws. The cases that Sharon wins provide class-wide relief to large segments of the low-income population. Most recently, Sharon has been instrumental in developing programs to represent low-income women and men whose legal issues prevent them from continuing their education or their job training. The work of Sharon and her team leads to a better future for their clients and their families for her lifetime career devoted to promoting and improving the housing conditions of low-income individuals, ceaselessly advocating and solving legal problems that have lasting impact on entire communities, and for imparting her passion to and faithfully inspiring and mentoring a new generation of public interest lawyers who will persist as she has, selflessly pursuing justice with compassion and determination. We present the Jane Elizabeth Curran Distinguished Service Award to Sharon Bourassa. Sharon?
Do I get to say, I say it too? Okay. Thank you. Hello to everybody. Each of us chooses our profession for a different reason. Each of us has a calling, a different purpose. I was raised in a Catholic church and educated in a Catholic school. I received my calling from God. At a point in my life, I felt I had hit rock bottom. I was divorced with 2 children, surviving on welfare. In the middle of a snowstorm, I was sitting in a small Volkswagen. I looked up at the bright sunlight. It was then that I made a bargain with God. At that moment, I said, if you can get me into law school, I promise you I will serve your people for the rest of my life, your poor people. It is now 37 years later, and I have kept my end of this bargain. because I don't want to breach this bargain because of the person that I entered into the contract with. That would not be a very smart thing to do. Tony Curran, the Executive Director of Legal Aid Service of Broward County, has supported my efforts for the past 37 years. That's a long time. He supported my litigation. Because it is his only goal to serve the poor also. In fact, Broward County, the people of Broward County, see Tony Curran's face. He's the representative of the poor for all of us who work at Legal Aid in Broward County. Most recently, with his support, I started up a new program. Being a former welfare mother, I wanted to get all the welfare mothers in Broward County off welfare and into college education. And that's what we're doing, and that's with the support of Tony Curran. So I've started a program called LEAP, Legal Empowerment Assistance Program. And we have about 50 to 70 women right now enrolled in college. Many are welfare mothers, many are very poor. I don't think many people realize that an educated woman is not a welfare mother. This program is one of the greatest investments our country can make. It breaks the cycle. That's what we need. I started with the Florida Bar, and I'm ending my career with the Florida Bar. And it's been one heck of a roller coaster ride at Legal Aid. And I am sad that eventually, because I'm at that age, I'm going to have to retire. But before I do, I'm going to make sure that there are women and men out there who are in college, not wasting their lives away. And that's an investment for us because they will pay income tax and pay back all the loans that they have taken out. So I hope you all wish us luck, because I think it's a worthy cause. Thank you very much. And thank you, Jane Curran.
You don't walk out without your award.
Oh, yes, yes. Is Jane here? Is Jane?
I'm staying. I've got to do one more.
Okay, is Jane here?
No, I didn't see her stand up, so I'm not sure. Thank you. So let me see more lights. I mean, your dollars are funding programs like that. That's just fabulous. I am honored to present a second Jane Elizabeth Curran Distinguished Service Award on behalf of Akerman tonight. How fantastic that there are two people who so admirably exemplify the merits of this award. Two people who have achieved meaningful, effective, and lasting increases in access to justice for the poor. Marcia Cypen has done just that. She joined Legal Services of Greater Miami in 1974 as a law clerk and was hired as a staff attorney 2 years later. She began serving as executive director in 1983, and for more than 3 decades, Marcia led the largest provider of broad-based civil legal services for the poor in Miami-Dade and Monroe counties. She oversaw a 60-member staff, including more than 25 attorneys who served 20,000 people a year, and successfully resolved the daily legal problems of low-income, vulnerable residents. Marcia challenged issues from Medicaid cutbacks to home care benefit cuts for the elderly, like the case she won for a 73-year-old man with Parkinson's disease. He was denied benefits because of where he lived. Her vision resulted in one of the first community economic development programs in a legal services program. Leveling the playing field for thousands, she also developed innovative programs for veterans, disabled children, people with AIDS, homeless people, ex-prisoners, and low-wage workers. Under her leadership, Legal Services of Greater Miami established online intake available in multiple languages, a disaster legal assistance unit in the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew, and most recently, a foundation for her decades of innovative development and energetic leadership of a nationally renowned civil legal aid program. As a brilliant, compassionate lawyer devoted to improving access to justice for low-income and vulnerable communities, and as a visionary, having built an institution that will endure and is considered the gold standard of legal services, we present Marcia Cypen the Jane Elizabeth Curran Distinguished Service Award. Marcia was unable to join us tonight, so her colleague Monica Vigues-Pitan will accept the award on her behalf. Monica, come up again.
Thank you. It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of Marcia, who regrets that she can't be here tonight. She asked me to share some remarks with you, so if you'll just indulge me. Marcia became Executive Director of Legal Services of Greater Miami in 1983, 1 year after Jane Curran became Executive Director of the Florida Bar Foundation. During Marcia's 34-year tenure as Executive Director, our program grew and expanded, creating innovative, cutting-edge initiatives to address the changing needs of the poverty community. Our success in doing so was in large part because of the support we received from the Florida Bar Foundation, and in particular from Jane Curran. Jane was ferocious in her efforts to expand funding for legal services for the poor, and unequivocally supported creative and zealous advocacy. At a time when restrictions were placed on our major source of funding, the Legal Services Corporation, the Florida Bar Foundation encouraged and supported advocacy efforts at all levels without any restrictions, making it possible for us to continue to fulfill our mission of equal justice for all. It is therefore especially meaningful to Marcia to receive the Jane Curran Award because her success would not be possible without Jane's leadership. Thank you to the Florida Bar Foundation for this honor and for your continued support of the delivery of legal services to the poor of Florida. Thank you.